It's quite fitting, looking out that window, looking at the London Eye, that if that London Eye reflected the size of the globe, the actual soil on the planet is equivalent to 1,000th of a coat of paint on the London Eye. So that just really encapsulates how precious this resource is. We know that every 1% of increase in organic matter increases the water holding capacity by 10 times, which, you know, in this kind of environment that we're facing with lots of dry springs and summers that seem to be happening more often, that would be a real benefit.
If farming and forestry could sequester soil organic matter by 4 parts per thousand, the 4 per thousand initiative, that would totally offset the annual increase in greenhouse gas emissions from all other sources, and we'd stop losing 30 football fields a minute of farmland. Soil is the world's most important commodity. Capital markets price and trade commodities. We could, in theory, drop all farm subsidies by creating a realistic carbon price. Farmers and foresters could then do the rest. Soil carbon could be a 1 trillion commodity market, bigger than oil, and not requiring micromanagement by government control.
And do you think that they really can influence policy? That's the thing that people often ask. Does it really make a difference? Bothering to see you.
Oh yes, and the critical thing is that a good argument, well made, has a decisive influence on those of us who are charged with ministerial or departmental responsibilities. Critically, what we want to see is evidence.
I think it's fantastically important to bring farmers and environmentalists together, because I think that's basically what we've got to do, is that food farming, wildlife, rural economy, we've all got to meet in the same room and discuss this issue to find solutions to the problem that affect all of us.
I think this is the first time that a discussion like this has been held in Parliament, so it's really quite groundbreaking, and to draw all of these extremely intelligent minds together to talk about such an important subject of soil and soil health. I think we'll remember this day and look back on it in a few years and hopefully reflect on how far we've come.
The setting of the first British agricultural policy for nearly 50 years, I think that members of this government and this House have got the ability to set the agenda and the pathway in which I think other countries will admire and respect and hopefully then follow.
I do think this is an historic gathering. I've been coming to the House of Commons and going to the various places, you know, Nobel House and in the old Ministry of Agriculture before that, literally from the late 70s, trying to persuade government to change their policy on sustainable agriculture and soil. And there's an atmosphere here today which I've never encountered before. And I have to say, and I said this to Michael Gove, I've heard a lot of Secretary of States and Ministers, but I've never heard as succinct a summary of a positive action plan about which I didn't disagree with a syllable. So I think that's very hopeful. I think this is an historic occasion, and I think very much can come of it. And I think one of the things which is most exciting is that there are so many diverse interest groups here. There's not this old-style polarity of organic farmers in one corner and conventional farmers in the other, because we are all united by the need to restore the fertility of our soils.